Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Syracuse Orange and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He is taking a 1-0 approach, even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today. He said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around.
Snags it and he's open. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bunch formation for these receivers. Now here's Angeli. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Angeli from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Orange will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with it. Within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the right. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Running inside, it's Miller. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard run.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Now here's Steve Angeli. He's got it down the middle. There he goes to the right. He's at the 40. At the 20. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. In the red area, it's Miller. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And we got something different, guys, here in the 2nd quarter. We got points, right? No points in the 1st quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jeff. Turning it on! And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Gets it all the way. The 39-yard line, it'll be a 1st down. The Bulldogs Dogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the right side. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. He's really proven to be a great back. And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll run it. It's Frazier. Sweet cut there. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run with Nate Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Touchdown, Bulldog! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle. That's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Steve Angeli, under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Angeli working that wide receiver screen. Georgia using its final timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Stockton. The throw to the outside is complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. The run inside. It's Johnson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Angeli makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Steve Angeli. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what of our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Holds and fires complete to the right. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Unloads quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here when it's kind of a...
Got a little grass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Trying play action. Quick completion on the out. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Fires to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They're working that left side. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Throwing Angelic. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. Syracuse right back at it.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes a catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to Johnson. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to run, it's Miller. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Got it! Touchdown, Syracuse. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. After the productive first down play in 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Phillips. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The play action fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
The run inside. It's Phillips. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Here's a give to Frazier. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a crease, it's Phillips. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. Makes the catch. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Handoff for Frazier. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running the red zone. It's Phillips. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. They're setting up the screen. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Quick release on the RPO. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Nate Frazier. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Tries again to get it in. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's third and goal. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll try to run it with Frazier. Touchdown, Georgia! They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stokes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Steve Angeli. Here's a heat. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. He wants a big play here late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.